All right, what's up, fam? It's your girl, Jen Ether. You're back with another episode of Gods and Goddesses, Weather Report, Tarot Readings. All right, let's get into it. Tonight, we're testing out some new spreads. I threw them on all my social media sites. So basically, just something to keep it interesting and to make sure we're really tapping in and getting the answers we really need. You know what I mean? Especially with us coming into a new decade. Of course, I'll still continue to do the love, the twin flame journeys, the love readings, the generals. But I do want to do different things to make sure we're tapping in on just where we need to be going spiritually as individual souls or individual spirits. So this reading is going to talk about unlocking your potential. Now, this could be your spiritual potential or your potential down here. But remember, as above, so below. So anything you're doing down here is coming from some sort of conduit up in the sky from the universe. So the first thing we're going to see about is how can you better connect with your higher self. Your higher self, as you should definitely just type in KRS-One higher self, and you should find this video on YouTube. But KRS-One describes it best. My guy Panic describes it good, but I like the way KRS describes it. But your higher self is basically, it's you, but it's you from the highest perspective possible. So your higher self is you, but it's you who has been through the past. It's you who can see the past, the present, and the future. So your higher self has a bird's eye view. So like how a bird for me to get to, let's say I'm in Pittsburgh. So for me to get to, let's even say, I'm not even going to say, it doesn't matter the city. For me to get 5 blocks or for me to get from my neighborhood to the next neighborhood, it would take me about, let's say about 20 minutes walking, 25 minutes walking, maybe 5 to 10 minutes driving. But a bird can get there in like 2 minutes because it just cuts across. It can see it already. It's right there. It has access to it because of the plane it's on. So that's your higher self. So your higher self, why you would want to come into contact or connect with your higher self is because your higher self has all that data. It has data and information from your past. It has and this is information that you slept on. Shit that your subconscious mind only picked up on, that you did not really, your physical eyes didn't catch. So it has data from your past. It has data from your present that you're sleeping on now, and shit that you're not sleeping on, but definitely is here to catch shit that you're sleeping on. And your higher self also has your reality data. I mean, your future data. So they know what's in your future. So that's how we're going to break that down. So basically, question number 1, or first thing we're going to figure out, is how can you better connect with your higher self? Now you know what your higher self is and why you would want to connect with it. So in number 2, we're going to figure out what's a clear way for you to connect with others. So what's a clear way for you to connect with others? Now, reading this, I was taking this, at first I took it as for you to connect with others down here, like maybe whatever you're supposed to do. If you have to maybe connect with your children to enlighten them, connect with your family, connect with friends, whatever it is. If you have a spiritual group or any group that you're in, connect with those people. But also, you guys could be wanting to connect with different entities or different energies, I should say. Tap into different energies. So how to connect with other energies. But we'll see as we pull. So you're going to figure out a clear way to connect with others. Also, you're going to find out where you can look for inspiration. So this would be what's going to give you that divine spark to know, like, like your God spark or your eureka moment, the light bulb moment to know, or when you give certain synchronicities, it's like, this has to mean something. You feel me? So where can you look for inspiration? Things that will give you those type of moments. And what is waiting for you to manifest into reality? So what's waiting for you? Remember, it already exists. It's all about you pulling it in. That's why connecting with your higher self is so important because your higher self knows what already is there. So all you have to do is connect with that, and it will help you to know what's waiting for you, so you can just pull it on in. See, a lot of times we think that this shit's so far out of our reach that we never even get to it because we give up on it. But if we knew, like, there is actually an existence in a plane where we have everything that we desire, that's why we have it. Or that's why we desire it. See, we wouldn't desire things that we couldn't have. And being that we're multidimensional beings, that means if you don't have it on this plane, there is a plane where you do have what you desire. So what you have to do is tap into that plane and just focus on you having it, so you can manifest it into this actual reality. Bang, I'm giving y'all some keys right here. So, a special gift that you were born with. That's another thing. You're going to figure out a special gift you were born with. And then the last but not least is, how can you use that gift towards your life's purpose? So, I'm going to use the Miss Cleo deck to get into it. All right, we're 6 minutes in. Put that right here. Whew. All right, I pre-shuffled the decks, so they're good to go. I did my ritual, got everyone involved so we could get these clear answers. Oh, also, for this particular reading, I had like kind of came out of meditation, and I was just sitting here, and a thought came to me. Now, this was a thought from my personal life, but there was no reason for this to come to me because, for one, it's something I wouldn't think of. It's something that from a friend that is actually no longer with us, and they passed a very long time ago, and it just popped up randomly. Let's just put it like that. There was no reason for this to pop up unless you guys needed to hear it. So, I'm feeling like there could be, as far as you tapping into certain things, you guys could be having blockages due to maybe, I'm trying to see how to put this. Okay, I'm feeling like growing up, a lot of you guys, including me, because it's popped up as my example. So a lot of you guys' feelings and emotions were not validated. Like, so if you were like in the crib, in the house, not the baby crib, but if you were in your house and you had a gripe with your parents, or you just felt like something was unfair or anything like that, you were told to kind of like suck it up. That's life. Get over it. That's how it is. And that is true. I mean, that is life. That is how it is. But it's almost like you always felt like you had to just kind of suck shit up and you could never truly express yourself. And even to the point, the reason why this came to mind is what popped in my mind was like, there was a lot of times in my life where I kind of felt guilty for even feeling some type of way, because there might have been someone around you that had it worse. So it's like, or they may make you feel guilty. Like if you bring up something about your life, or even let's say you never do, you never bring up the gripes or the complaints about your life because you know someone else has it worse that you're actually connected to. Not someone else in the world. I'm talking about someone personally to you has it worse than you. So it kind of puts you in a state of, feeling guilty. So you don't really bring it up. But not only that, you don't really address it. So I feel like either through childhood and maybe through that, starting off in the household, growing up, you just kind of got used to maybe holding in your emotions and not expressing yourself. So that could be something that is actually blocking your potential. And that's all I got from just the channel. That I didn't even mean to get that. So let me know if that resonated, y'all, please. Okay, so let's see. We're going to get card number one. Card number one is going to be, how can you better connect with your higher self? How can you better connect with your higher self? Yes, breaking in these cards finally. I'm waiting for this Oracle deck. I forget what it is now. I believe it's the Romantic Love Angels or something deck. I don't know. I was very excited. It's a very popular deck online, so I definitely wanted it. So, okay. How can you better connect with your higher self? We need a card for how this group can better connect with their higher selves. Too many. Okay, how can this group better connect with their higher selves? I'll take these two. Okay, to better connect with your higher self. I'm going to read them as we go. Sometimes it takes a while for them to all come out. So, to better connect with your higher self, you got the Two of Cups that came out. This is like a union, soulmate energy, twin flame, but I also see in this deck, you got the two snakes, which is wisdom, and even Kundalini energy rising. So there could be a partner, a soulmate that you're going to link up with that's going to help you connect with your higher self. If not this could also be representative of you having to connect with your higher self, being the feminine and the masculine energy. So, yeah, I'm definitely feeling like to better connect with your higher self, there is someone divinely out there that you probably already know this person, because why the hell? I don't think they want to send you on a wild goose hunt. So you probably already know someone. Think of someone that's already very spiritual, or someone that already is connected with their higher self. Connecting with your higher self can mean many things. You don't have to be a necessary a tarot reader or on those super duper practitioner shit. Connecting with their higher selves could just be someone who's very comfortable in their own skin, someone who just knows themselves in and out. So there is someone that you know that is very comfortable. You know them because you're looking at like, damn, I wouldn't do that. There's certain things they do that I don't say, you may even cringe at them. Certain things they do that you cringe at because you know you wouldn't have the balls to do, or that's how this person is going to stand out to you, or this person is highly enlightened. And I feel like this person is going to help you to connect with your higher self. Maybe even just being around them to see kind of how it feels to be free. Because if this person is free, then they don't care about what others do. So if you get around them, they won't judge you, which is going to free you up. So also we got, how can I better connect with my higher self? We got the Three of Staffs that came out. Now, this is waiting for your ships to come in, but you know what I thought of? Especially, this is crazy, especially with him standing with the staff. The first thing I really saw is like Moses when he took the climb up to Mount Sinai in the Bible. Now, the climb up to Mount Sinai is where he went to get the tablets, the 10 Commandments, right? The tablets. So he goes up Mount Sinai, he has a staff, and he talks to God. So they want you to go on a spiritual journey. This is how you're going to get higher connected. They want you to actually go on a spiritual journey. I'm taking this to be, like I said, he went to get those tablets. Tablets are nothing but books, text. So in order to connect better with your higher self, they want you to get books that will help you to do this. Now, I'm definitely going to pull out some books when we're done to get you started, because I got a nice little library. It's not as big as I want, but I got some books for that, because I've been getting in contact or in connection with my higher self. So I definitely got you. Yeah, so they definitely want you to climb up to Mount Sinai and talk to God. Now, when when he came back with the tablet, so you're going to go through, this could even be this person. When we say God, I look at every man and woman as God. Now, there is the ultimate creator, but we all have that God. So this God that you could be needing to talk to could actually be a journey to this person who holds the information. They're going to give you this information, the tablets, the books you need to read, which will set you off on your journey into the sunlight. But the sun, see how the sun is very distant and your ships haven't even come in, because once you get this, you're going to have to really sit down. You're going to spend some time up here. Now, in the movie The Ten Commandments, when Moses goes up to Mount Sinai in the movie, of course it looks instant when he comes back down. But when he comes back down, Moses goes up as a young man. When he comes back down, he has a long gray beard and he has longer gray hair, which symbolizes he's been up there for fucking years, maybe even 30 years, 20 years. Now, I'm not saying it's going to take you this long to get this knowledge. I'm just telling you what that symbolizes. So basically, once you get your tablets, your information, your knowledge, you're going to have to take some time to sit it down and really start studying to get a higher perspective, to get an understanding. So that's that. You're going to meet someone, or you already know someone who is already spiritually inclined or has a lot of wisdom and knowledge that can assist you. This person is going to be a soulmate, someone who's been sent across your path to help you to do this. Once you get this information, like Moses had to, you're going to have to actually sit it down for a while and look over it until you understand it. Now, once you understand it, you're going to become super wise and be able to leave the mountain. Once you leave the mountain, you'll be able to lead others through the same process that you went through. So this is very dope. All right, now let's see a clearer way to connect with others, which is great. That's what we're leading into, because once you leave this mountain, you're going to need to connect with others. No matter how you choose to do it. Some of you guys are introverts, so you're not going to want to be out there on the soapbox, but you know what I mean. You might just want to connect with your family members. Alright, so now we need I'm going to finish the spread, y'all. So you're ready to connect with others? Yeah, I'm finished it. Sorry, hold up. Where can I look for inspiration? See. Where can you guys look for inspiration? Okay, what is waiting for you to manifest? Too many. Now we're going to see what's waiting for you to manifest. What's waiting for you to manifest into reality? Okay, a special gift you were born with. Sorry, guys. I got kind of thrown off too. Special gift you were born with. And How can you manifest that gift towards your life purpose? Okay, I do not do reversals. This is a general reading, so it may not resonate with everyone. If this does resonate with you, feel free. If you want to get more information on this spread or any other spreads or any other general information you want to know, you can contact me. All my information is down in the description box. I do appreciate you guys for checking out the content. All right, guys, so let's get into it. So we saw how you could better connect with your higher self was to basically take that Mac up to Mount Sinai, get them tablets, and you have someone that's going to lead the way and actually give you the tablets. So now we want to see a clear way for you to connect with others. So you guys, a clear way to connect with others could be actually going out and partying, actually going out and having fun. This could be like family reunions, anything with drinks. I'm seeing drinks, which makes sense. Like, this is not the old school. You know, back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, even the 90s, when we were like growing up, you couldn't, it was almost like taboo to have a drink and really have a spiritual conversation. You know what I mean? Like, especially if you were like a Christian. And I'm not talking about like communion. I'm saying really have some drinks. Like, you couldn't pull out the Bible and pull out your blunt and pull out your St. Ides brew, or, you know what I mean, or your motherfucking whatever bottle of fucking whatever you was drinking at the time. So that was taboo, y'all. I swear. So times is changing. So at this point, this is the best place for you to connect. Is where people are drinking, where people are just having a good time. People don't got to be the worst place. Just a social place. Maybe this is like a poetry lounge. Let's clarify. But they're saying a clear way to connect with others is through having fun. Like I said, back in the day, the pastor was uptight. So they want you to stay loose. That's what I'm getting from that. They want you to stay loose. Give me one more card to put on the Three of Cups if we need it. Only if we need it. I'm getting that they want you to stay loose. Too many cards. All right, so a clear way to connect with others. I'm getting they want you to definitely stay loose, have a good time. Don't be uptight. And this is once you come back. And okay, I get why they want you to stay loose. They want you to stay loose because people have a tendency, everyone, not people, fucking everyone who goes through this ascension process for the fucking most part gets a real fucking stick up their ass. Like, it's like, it can be like really annoying to a certain extent, depending on where you're at, what you're learning. Oh my God. You know, it can be bad. So basically, they want you to know, like, what you're learning is what you were meant to learn. It's actually a part of the process. It really makes no sense for us to act like we're better, or for anyone to act like they're better than anyone because they're on a certain part of their journey, because we all are at certain places at certain points. And like, we all have to constantly remind ourselves as we're going through our ascension process, not to kind of like shit on people, or, you know, like, ah, you ain't where I'm at, nigga, or you ain't doing this, motherfuckers. You know what I mean? So we got to remind ourselves that's not about that. Like, we all have our certain journey and we all have our certain roadmap, and everyone's journey, we're all different. So I can't expect this person to be on the same fucking part of the journey as me. That's ridiculous if you really, really think about it. You know what I mean? So they want you to come back down from this mountain with all your new knowledge and still be just as carefree. So basically, they don't want you to do the Moses and come down with the beard. They want you to come down looking younger, looking rejuvenated from this knowledge. Like, you're ready to make it shake. You're smiling. You're happy because you got some new profound knowledge. You tapped into your higher self. You know exactly what's going on. So you're really just ready to celebrate and have a good time. And being in that energy is what's going to allow you to connect with others. So now, where can I look for, or where can you look for inspiration? Through meditation. So you're going to be finding, this is the 4 coins, but if you notice, this man's in a state of meditation. Eyes closed, arms crossed. This is clearly meditation. He is manifesting money. So where can you look for inspiration? You guys could be inspired by, if it's not money, because this man is holding on to his money. So you guys could be inspired by like trying to help the homeless or the poor, the less fortunate. This could be your inspiration, is to help people where they have to hold on to every cent. They can't afford to really give anything up. So helping people that are less fortunate than you. This is going to be your inspiration. And I feel like this meditation time is going to actually give you the spark, like I said, that eureka moment to let you know exactly how you're going to go about doing this. Because this is actually a big thing. You know, people have tried, and not to say we can't shit on anyone that does. We know no one can really just clean up all the homelessness or all the hunger. That's crazy. But I feel like you guys, this particular group, are really going to try to put a huge fucking dent in it. Y'all are going to be coming up with big shit and thinking about how you can use your coin to do this. Now, I also want to speak towards the law of reciprocity. Now, this works out nice if you're already thinking about how you're going to give back. Either if you have your money, this is great already, or if you're working towards your money and already thinking about how you want to give back, because the law of reciprocity says you need to plan. You already should know what you want to do with your money before you get it, as far as helping others and giving back. So I feel like that's what you guys are doing, like manifesting your money and already knowing exactly what you want to do with the shit. So now we got what is waiting for you. What's waiting for you to manifest into reality? Strength. The strength card came out. So you guys are looking for not only your higher self, I feel like you're looking for your inner strength. And maybe that's why you're really in search of your higher self. Because, like I said at the beginning of this reading, before we even started, with the hit that I got, it's like, I feel like you guys have been, your emotions have been, you've been told that your emotions didn't matter. You've been told, like, that shit don't matter. Suck it up. That's the way the world is. Because of that, you have actually done that. And I almost feel like you did it thinking you were strong. Like, fuck it, I have to be strong and suck it up. Because that's how that sounds. When someone says suck it up, be strong. That's what motherfuckers say, too. Be strong. Suck it up. Now, with that being said, you being strong, it actually gave you a blockage, like I said. So now this blockage is almost like, if you can never express your feelings, then it's almost as a defense mechanism. Every human being has to be able to express themselves. You have to. So if you're not being able to do that, then the defense mechanism would be to not really feel shit. You feel me? What the fuck is the point of feeling anything if you can't get it out there? It's like, it just doesn't go hand in hand. So as a defense mechanism, you're going to stop being able to feel certain things or become numb to certain things. So within that numbing process, I believe that's where you start to lose connection with your higher self in the first place. Because we got to remember, we all have connection with our higher selves when we first come down here. I still have to watch Boss Baby. That's been coming up in my readings a lot. I have to see it, but I'm pretty sure I know kind of where the fuck they was going. I saw like the first, like the little intro part. I'm like, oh, I see where they're going with this shit. I mean, which was great. That's why I love cartoons. They always get a little deeper. But anyway, we come down here intact kind of with our higher selves. We're not so foggy. It's not until we start getting into our egos, learning the ways of the world, how to operate down here, where we start losing that God part of us and we start sinking, farther into the 3D and start losing our higher self. And that's a natural process. But you can always have your intuition, and everyone. That's why people always talk about, women's intuition and this and that, your hunches and your deja vus and shit like that is all like perspectives of your higher self trying to give you messages. So even though we naturally have to evolve into being human beings, so we lose connection with that, with our higher selves naturally just from being down here, we still have glimpses of it. I feel like this certain group has maybe been cut off from glimpses of like the deja vus, maybe even dreams for years. Maybe dreams have been blocked for you guys. Maybe if not dreams, just being able to really tap in. And I believe it's because the process of you emotionally shutting down is what that emotional shutdown, those emotions were what connected you to your higher self. So when you had to shut them down, it kind of shut down your it's like you cut the line to, the phone line to you and your higher self. All right, so what you're waiting for to manifest into reality is strength. And you need the strength to be able to start speaking your mind. You know exactly what it is you feel, but you have shut it down. So you actually need the strength to now go into that. Because now it's like kind of like a labyrinth. And I've seen this happen to a lot of people. So you have to be strong to be able to really look at the man in the mirror. Not to say a lot of these things may have even happened to you. We see this person getting attacked. But even if they were things that were vile and horrible that happened to you, you still have to go back and face them and acknowledge truthfully that they happened. Because there may have been things that happened to you that you felt no one else would acknowledge. So it's like, let's say you're walking home. This is about to be the broadest example ever. Let's say you're walking home, whatever. Something happens at 12 o'clock that disturbs you and could alter your life at 12 o'clock, right? By the time whatever it is happens at 12:40, you're home. So you had from 12, let's say you had a 10-minute walk. So that 10 minutes, you kind of thought on it. I was like, damn, that's fucked up. Why'd that happen? By the time you get to the crib, the place, or wherever you were where you felt like talk about it, you didn't fucking talk about it. And then it just kind of went away. It was just something you never talked about. I'm sure every once in a while it popped up in your head, but it's something that's unresolved. It's untouched. So you're going to have to find the strength to go back and dig up those unresolved things in your life that you really don't want to fuck with, but you have to fuck with them, because that's what's going to give you your connection back to your higher self, is dealing with all those emotions. So now let's go into, what is your special gift that you were born with? I'm sorry, guys. This got deep. I knew this was going to be a deep one. I mean, kind of had no other choice but to be, because of the title. But think, unlocking great shit, yo. I'm going to have to do this one for myself. I can see myself in some of this stuff, too. So, okay. The special gift you were born with. You got the 6 of coins. I want to clarify because I'm a little confused. The special gift you were born with. So you guys could just have people that hand you money, or you guys are abundant, or you guys can attract money. You can get people to hand you money. Like if you guys were to go into business and you need a loan, you have just a way of writing out proposals, a way of talking to people, and they want to invest in you. Let me clarify, because I didn't speak it out enough. I don't want to take them. All right, so the 6 of coins. Put someone on the 6 of coins for the special gift that this group has. Special gift you were born with. Too many. Put something on the 6 of coins. Special gift. Special gift they are born with. Special gift this group was born with. Put something else on it. Special gift y'all were born with. Okay. All right, so I feel like the special gift that you born with is that you keep focused. And when there's a whole bunch of fucking... Okay, sorry, excuse my language, but you can stay focused and you can stay balanced. Now when I'm seeing the 6 of coins, it's like a scale. How we got 3 coins in this hand, 3 coins in this hand. So it's like you can keep a balance, and it's because... It's because when all this is going on, all this commotion, all this battling, all of this confusion, you're here resting. And even if you were right here, you would, like, mentally, you don't get involved. You don't really put yourself in chaos. Or at least you have a healthy balance of how much you will take, because everyone finds themselves in chaotic moments, but the gift that you came with or were born with is to be able to get out of them and always be able to kind of refine that balance again, even when the shit gets out of hand. It's like you always are back here, back at a state of peace, tranquility, maybe drinking and riding off of your chariot to something new. So it's like you guys have a knack for keeping balanced while things are going awry. That's your gift, is to stay balanced even when it gets chaotic. And you also have a gift for just moving on to new and better things. And you also have a gift for following your emotions. You guys are like lead kind of follow your emotions, which is very good for you, because I feel like it helps you to I mean, sometimes leading with your emotions are bad, but in this sense, because it's your gift, I feel like it's helped you to it's helped you to make better decisions than what you would have if you just followed like the money. You know what I mean? So there's probably a lot of things where you followed your heart instead of the money, and it ended up panning out. Like, I knew this was a good thing to do. See, you never want to follow the money, kids. You know what I mean? One of those things. So now we're going to see the last one. How can you use that gift towards your purpose? So how can you use this gift of moving on to new things and being very calm, being a very calm person, and being balanced? But we got the 8 of coins. The 9 of coins. So far they're saying you can definitely use this skill even in your like day-to-day job or work. Like whatever you're doing, if you're an investor. Okay, this is a great example. So let's say you're an investor in the stock market. When everything hits the fan, like let's say there was a great recession or depression, and everything hits the fan. Shouldn't be a depression, but recession. And everything hits the fan, because you have the ability to stay balanced. It's like maybe you had a diversified stock portfolio. So you had, like, let's say the last stock crash was like Fannie Mae, which was the housing and the cars. It was like Ford, Cadillac. I don't know if it was Ford. It was Cadillac. It was the cars and the houses. So because you're good at keeping balance, it's like, yeah, you had money in Cadillac and you had money in Fannie Mae, but you had a whole bunch of money in like the tech sector and motherfucking foreign exchange. You had shit in tennis shoes. You got a guy who you just went into business with who owns a bar. You feel me? Like shit like that. You fucking I don't know, you have a diversified, you have balance. So when one thing goes wrong, you still have enough pinnacles. So it's like, let's say this used to be 10 pinnacles, but something went wrong. So you drop down to 8 and now you're working to get your 2 back up. But there's some people that lost all 10 pinnacles. Or there's some people that have to work back up from just these 2 pinnacles at the bottom. But because you're so balanced, you're very good at keeping balance. You're good. Also, it's talking about you being at work too, like on your 9 to 5. Because even though we're talking about spiritual gifts, remember these spiritual gifts are going to lead us. We do still live human, mundane lives. So whatever job you do, because you do keep calm when there's chaos, and because you do keep a balance, like I feel like a balanced temper, you're very even tempered, and you actually have, I feel like you have options, because you know you can move on at any given time, get in this chariot and move on. It allows you to just be able to work without a care and just be able to get to where you want to go and just be calm about it. You get your money, you go into work, you get your money and you walk out of work, but you're happy and you're independent. So these gifts are going to help you to stay happy and independent. Let's see. Now we got how you can use this gift towards your life purpose. We got the Page of Swords and the Hierophant that popped out like this. So I feel like this is going to help you. Like I said in the beginning, there's someone that's going to lead you to this. Doesn't have to be a relationship or not, but it could be a business partner, because the Hierophant rules contracts. So someone who's going to assist you. This could be also a pastor, just a spiritual teacher in general, and this is going to help you to find your mate. So maybe this spiritual teacher will help you, because I always see this as a married couple or a couple getting married in front of a judge. So this person could have been your actual spiritual teacher who's going to lead you to your divine partner, or the person that led you to your tablets in the first card could be your divine partner, and this could just be the judge marrying you guys. So your gifts, as far as being balanced, keeping it cool, being able to go into meditative state. And when we're talking about balance, this is meditative state right here. Also, you see the dung beetle, the God spirit. Yeah, all of that's going to help you to actually find your divine counterpart. And the Page of Swords, I feel like it's also going to help you to be very keen, to be very observant about what's going on. So let's see what your life purpose. What is your life purpose? Give us a roundabout. It's going to be different for all you guys. So just a roundabout card. Okay, for some of you guys could be actually in law school to be a lawyer or a judge. For others, maybe a police officer of the court. But your purpose in life basically is to actually call judgment on things. Call fouls. When you see shit that's not right, you call judgment on that shit. And that's your purpose. And it's not about you tattletelling and going around saying that ain't right, that ain't right, that ain't right. No, not no shit like that. But it's more so about you calling judgment on it for yourself. Like, so if someone basically, like, we're going back to the beginning before we even got into the reading, when I got that little hit, man, that shit was so weird how I got it. Because I usually will get channels when I'm trying to. That one kind of came out of nowhere and just came to me. So it's like the same thing. You're going to be placing judgment on people that try to tell you shit that don't sound right. And that's your life purpose, because we got to remember that this life is just a part of many, many lives. So some of you guys could be like, life purpose? That's my life purpose? That don't seem like a big life purpose. But if this is just chapter 1 to the book, or chapter 15 to a motherfucking million chapter saga, then that's cool. You feel me? This is good, because now that means you have a lot of free time. So, I mean, that means you can actually have a lot of fun. You don't have to save the world, do this, do that. Like, they want you to know when something's a foul, when something ain't right. Like I said, with judges, one of my favorite TV judges, of course, Judge Judy. Her saying, my mom schooled me to it, but it fucking makes sense. She used to get me on this shit when I was a kid. Like, damn you, Judge Judy, this shit makes too much sense. But basically what Judge Judy says, and my mom, is that if something doesn't sound right, then it's usually a lie. No, if something doesn't make sense. If someone's telling you some shit, and no matter how much you turn it, twist it, wrap it around your brain, you just can't seem to make any sense of it, then something about it's a fucking lie. Even if you can't tell what the lie is, you know it's deceptive. So now all you gotta do is blow your trumpet. And that's your judgment call. So you don't gotta let them know, I know it's bullshit. You can, whatever your style is. Everyone's different. But this is gonna be, we're going back into the strength card. You finding the strength to be able to do these things, to call judgment on people, call bullshit. If you have to do it to them, or just do it for yourself. Like, well, I know that's some bullshit. You know what I mean? But yeah, so that is what your life purpose is definitely about, is you being able to decipher what's real, what is not real, making good judgment calls. And once you can do this, I can guarantee you that your next life is going to be, whew, it could be easier or harder. I don't know. Once you got this skill down, Pat, who knows? Because this is another thing too that I want y'all to understand with tarot. With time, because time is an illusion. So if I say today that this is your life purpose, is the judgment card, right? And this is why we got this card, the spine card, because this card is like the detective. So he starts to figure out. So this is why this is going to help you along your life purpose. Also, this is going to help you along your life purpose because this is the Hierophant, spiritually knowing contracts. So you're going to be breaking contracts and making contracts, making judgment calls. So this is why this is all helpful for you. And you have to be independent. The 9 of coins, you have to work on being independent. What's this independent? Now, this is crazy. The coins, the pentacles represent money, but they also represent time. And some people say they could represent your thoughts. So basically, they want you to be an independent thinker. They want you to be on some Kanye shit. And we know Kanye's a little crazy, but everyone should have independent thought. This is true. So they want you to be able to think independently. Because once you think independently, you can really make clear causes, the Hierophant. And you can really see things for what they are when you're doing your detective work. You won't have this cloud of, see how this cloud of smoke is behind you? I feel like right now, or until you get to this phase, it's kind of in your face where everything's cloudy. But once you move beyond and get independent, 9 of coins, and you have your own thoughts, you're independent of anyone else's, then the smoke cloud is in back of you. I can see clearly now, the smoke is gone. So then you'll be able to go on for your life purpose. And this is to be able to call judgment. Now, like I was going to say, because time is fluent, we're saying that that's your life purpose. But once you get there, let's say you're the age of 26, 27 right now. Let's say you're the age of 30, 32, whatever. Let's say you get to this point 3 years from now. Well, Spirit will only give you what you need to know. So I can guarantee you that your life purpose is going to change, because you're not, I mean, what would be left but for you to drop dead? You know what I mean? This ain't really that hard of a challenge right here. So this is like a mini life purpose for you right now. But this is great because we all need little barriers and little tasks. So I feel like this was Spirit giving you something that you could really bite into. Like, what's the point in telling you your life purpose is to become a pastor that saves the whole south end of the United States from this and that? And you're like, what the fuck? You're gonna be too blown away. Like, how? I'm never gonna be able to fucking do that. So I feel like Spirit wanted to give you just one step to climb. So this is your step, y'all. I hope you guys appreciate the reading. It's your girl, Jen Ether. I'm out. Peace.